Lufenians call this place Central, and the mastermind of this plot should be somewhere deeper inside. Now let's get to it, people. Your world is at stake.
That looks good. Let's see something like this in. No sweat.
The worlds are lost without Lufenia to guide them. I won't leave them in the hands of such primitive power.
Too bad. You'll be dead in a few seconds. At least we have you to thank for sending us down there in the first place. Good call on that one.
Just as you have endured within this dimension, so too my will shall remain. You will never be safe, so long as...
Shut the fuck up.
Only the Supreme Ruler is fit to wield a crystal of such power. It seems to be an agreement. Now follow suit and serve me as your master. Welcome to your cell. Into the Stygian abyss. Be consumed. Tremble in fright. Savor the flames of
Hey, what's up, man?
sorry. May you never awaken. On your knees. Repent for your sins. Stand in awe. Abase yourself. Surrender yourself unto me, Garland.
Alright, how are you? Just haven't been streaming for like 3 days. Been on the Steam Deck, but I'm pretty much done now. Found a surprising amount of games that work.
We're a few steps behind.
On your knees. Discipline. Abase yourself.
You probably missed having streams to watch, but setting up all that stuff is a very time-consuming process.
Save some of that for later.
Download some of the games and they don't even work. They run really bad.
Be consumed with fear. Fade from existence.
This boss sucks. Coward that just keeps shooting. I can't burst him down, he doesn't stop attacking.
May you never
Annoying boss.
disappear.
I hate fighting wizards in games. They're always just cowards like this.
Standing tall.
Run away and shoot.
It's you.
Need him to stay still.
When you figure that's
Tremble in fright.
I don't want to fight this guy again. They already recycled him once. He sucks to fight.
Into the
welcome.
of it.
Just gonna run away and shoot, spam projectiles, always the
Amazing.
most fun thing.
What fire?
Just want to kill him as soon as possible.
On your knees. Beg and
Come
I
on. Pansy. Do something besides shoot.
not off to a good start.
Come on. Every time I get close, he runs away.
Standing tall. Surrender yourself.
Come on. Stop doing that. This guy does not do anything interesting. Shoot.
You're not living under any.
Ah!
Not
Can you stand still for a second so I can just punch you and kill you? Not fun to fight.
Welcome.
I doubt.
Being bosses like this that just stand there and shoot long range attacks.
I doubt.
Of course, he doesn't go after the AI, he only goes after me. Yeah, attack him.
Power in fear. Standing tall. On your surrender yourself like garden. Chaos is being suited to such trifling ambitions as you. I shall reign over all existence. Repent. You're not living under any. Don't get lost before I tear you apart.
Not off to a good start.
Yeah, maybe if we don't. Took some aggro at least.
Fade from existence. Standing tall. On your knees. Eyes down. It's you.
Alright, now I gotta see what bullshit he's gonna do in the second phase. You suck, dude.
I shall own up to my I bequeath you ruin. May you never awaken. Disappear. Abasement. Tremble in trust.
You okay on potions?
Standing tall. Be consumed with fear. Disappear.
Stop shooting!
Is that the last one?
Repent for your sin.
No.
Eaten by insects.
Yeah, kill that bitch ass. Pansy ass boss. Get the fuck out of here. Thankfully, I have a lot of damage, so wasn't too bad.
It's overflowing. So this is what he was after.
Did Chaos become one with the Lufenian crystal? Then this path will lead to a different future. The future I'm meant to return to, Kupo.
He's a stubborn bastard.
Any forces he controlled before have left him. I sense no magic at all. He's just a regular person now, Kupo.
Good. Starting again from the bottom might improve his mood.
Like a jack, man. What a Chad.
Now none stand in your way. Great change is on the horizon, Kupo. Chaos, take your rightful place as the god of discord.
What?
Eminem
If we are to step foot into a different
should like
future,
promote this
then
game.
Yet another is required to herald our arrival. Soon, a warrior of light shall sit on the throne of harmony. In the place of gods whose time is past, you two shall be the pillars upon which a new world is built. Kupo.
My opinion on this game is, I actually think it kind of sucked until the second DLC. The game got fun. I feel like they didn't know what to do with this game's season pass. Like, they had like one really good, the one in the middle. The second one is like super good. If you like the gameplay of this, if you like the RPG mechanics and the fact you have like not the best action combat, but for a roguelike with RPG elements, like, it's probably like the best you can get. I think this game is worth the money, but I don't know, it's just weird. The first DLC felt like basically nothing. It wasn't as restrictive as the Neo games, where you had to play through like the whole game again, but you kind of did to get the level releases and stuff, but there just wasn't much to do. It just fell apart. First DLC I played for like maybe like 10 hours and I stopped. But then I logged like a good 60 hours into the last one, and I only came back to the game like a few weeks ago. I just wonder what they're gonna do for Wo Long DLC, because I feel like they have like nothing to work with that game. Like, the game has been dumbed down in pretty much every facet of its design, so how are they gonna squeeze 3 DLC packs out of that? Like, those set effects are gonna have to be pretty damn sexy for me to care. The game looks like an awesome first playthrough, but I don't think it has the depth to compete with this or the Neo games. It's probably going to be more like Ultimate Alliance 3, which was the same way. That game was fun, the first playthrough. It had its weak spots for sure, but it was fun. It's just the endgame grind was boring because there are like no moves in the game. There's no depth to the combat, and the loot was just all damage numbers. There weren't any interesting builds you could make. So by the time the DLC came around, I'm kind of like, this doesn't really fix the core problem of the game is dumbed down and worse, and there's not enough meat to the mechanics or like even the RPG stuff to like really want to go sink like 400 hours into this like I did with Neo 2. They don't have their work cut out for them expanding upon that game, that's for sure. With this, it was kind of like, you know, it's a Final Fantasy game, so they don't want it to be like complete just sweaty hardcore like the other action RPGs, where, you know, you have to actually like learn how to play and you can't get too strong. But the loot in this game is really awesome. I think that's what saves it. There's a lot of really cool builds that you can make, and the combat is like decent enough that it helps. Wo Long, I just feel like they've distilled it down to like the most basic stuff, so I don't know how they're gonna really expand upon it. They can't even really add more moves because the moves are tied to the weapon. You can only equip 2 moves at a time. That's what everybody's saying. You have like more of a moveset in this game than you do in Wo Long, actually. Ironically, this game still has like less moves and options and depth than Neo, but it's the fact that you get decent combat and you get like Diablo 3 loot, which is pretty awesome. It's like a balanced package. Yeah, I think buying this for full price was pretty disappointing. There was like not really much replay value. The game came out, you couldn't control any loot you got. You had to just keep killing the loot goblin over and over. And it's just complete RNG. And I did it for like a couple hours, and I'm like, you know, they're just gonna power creep this in a few months. But the problem with Team Ninja DLC is that they take forever to put it out. It takes them almost a year to put out all 3 DLCs. So a lot of people don't even come back, which is understandable. This year's gonna be stacked. But I don't know. Maybe with Wo Long they'll knock it out of the park on the 2nd or 3rd DLC. The first one's probably gonna suck. I just don't think they have a lot to work with. Ultimate Alliance 3 was the same way. It's a fun casual game. You know, if you're not looking for super deep combat. Like, just having, like, the X-Men in the game and shit was fun. But the foundation of that game did not really allow them to really add anything interesting in the DLC besides more characters. That was pretty much it. The builds pale in comparison to every other action RPG they made. Everything is just damage increases. You got like a lot of loot in that game, and none of it was even remotely interesting. That was kind of my problem with Ultimate Alliance 3. If you're gonna make me manage inventory like every hour, then there should be good stuff in there. That's what this game does well. Especially with the fusion mechanic and stuff, you can make like what you want if you save your stuff up and you just fuse it all into one like ultimate piece. But Ultimate Alliance 3 was just like, here's like 5% more damage, and you have like 300 copies of this thing, and you can't fuse them together or like power them up or anything. They just sit in your inventory. It really felt like the B team made that, because that game came out between Neo 1 and Neo 2, and Neo 1 had better loot than that. Ultimate Alliance 3 is like, is this even made by the same people? Like, they completely dropped the ball on the action RPG stuff in that. It wasn't worth coming back to. They didn't even really have much of an additional story either. That's what a lot of people didn't like about Ultimate Alliance 3's DLC. Was the big attraction to that game was like, hey, you know, we have like every Marvel character you want in this game. They all only have like 3 moves, and they're pretty much all skins, but they are there. They have their voice actors and personality and stuff. The X-Men are finally back in video games. That was like the biggest thing about that game, the hype around it. Like, even before the game had gameplay revealed, that you know, they showed like Psylocke and Wolverine in the trailer. But just didn't have anything to really expand upon. Apparently Wo Long has like 15 weapons, but most of the movesets are exactly the same. I don't know why they went that route. It should have just like condensed them all. Like have like every 3 weapons, just make like 1 deep weapon with like a Neo 2 size moveset. It's just sad. I feel like these games get really fun if you get through the first playthrough. The first playthrough is kind of like Monster Hunter. It's basically just a tutorial. You don't have access to a lot of the stuff that actually makes the game fun, like the loot and the gear and having your character maxed out and like making builds and stuff. But when the games don't have a good foundation, I feel like they can't really do much with it. In Ultimate Alliance 3, the characters are all the same, dude. They're all exactly the same. The way the characters are set up in that is they have like 4 moves, and that's it. And a lot of them do the same thing, and there's characters like Black Panther. He can, like, break the guard bar, like, instantly, so why would you use another melee character? Like, just put Black Panther on the team, he can carry by himself. They really wanted to have a large roster, but the moveset was like Wo Long. There's like barely any expression. It's just light attack, heavy attack, and then 4 moves. That's it. 4 R1 moves. I feel like Wo Long should have been current gen only. Seems like they're doing quite a bit with the engine, though, like actually allowing you to jump, and there's like less invisible walls and stuff. I think the level design will probably be objectively better than any of their other action RPGs, because you can jump. It's probably going to be less nonsensical stuff like, you know, a fence like barely taller than your character and you have to go all the way around instead of just jumping over it. I'm interested to see what they do with that. Because the thing about all their action RPGs is the only thing that's good about them is the combat. The combat and the builds. The music, too. Pretty much all the action RPGs have good music, but the level design sucks, and it's just kind of a means to an end. You just kind of go to the boss, and it's not fun to go to the boss because it makes absolutely no sense. You have to go around in circles to, like, get over a small ladder or something. I think that's the biggest thing that game will contribute. So they're obviously going to keep making more games like this. This is like some of the most successful stuff they've done. Even this game didn't do that bad. I feel like this game just got hurt by the memes. People didn't want to actually play the game. They just wanted to watch the memes. And the performance sucks. It's definitely not a bad game. You just gotta stick with it. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was really boring. That game just didn't have much depth. Well, I would rather play this than Elden Ring. Elden Ring sucks. FromSoft sucks. I would rather play this than Elden Ring. But yeah, that definitely is a factor as well. I was not aware of that, but that was a thing. I didn't really keep track of that. But yeah, they did come out. They both came out in March, didn't they? I don't really understand who this game was for. Like, it's supposed to be like a celebration of Final Fantasy, which is something that I can't grasp, because I'm not a Final Fantasy fan. This is the first Final Fantasy game I've ever finished. I don't get any of the references or anything. Like, this is the only one that I've played to completion. I've even played for more than like an hour. But then they have the Souls-like stuff in it, so it's like, that's gonna scare a lot of people away. I think the other attempts they've done at, like, trying to celebrate their franchise were, like, more accessible, because, you know, they were still like turn-based combat, or like not Souls-like at least. So you know, normal people would want to play it. I don't understand why they went that route. It's kind of random. We're gonna have like all this cool fan service for people that have been playing Final Fantasy for like a big chunk of their lives, but then we're gonna make it a Souls-like, so most people won't even want to touch it, just because normal people don't like getting pissed off and tilted at video games all the time. Normal people just want to chill and, you know, turn their brain off, play for a bit. I like when gamers don't understand that. They complain about stuff being too easy. It's like, well, most people don't play video games to be tilted and pissed off. The challenge is fun, yes. I get pissed off, but that's more because I have you know, mental illnesses that make me frustrated easily. It's fun to overcome the challenge, but not everybody wants to do it. Some people just want to relax and just play a game after work, you know? I don't like when they dumb down stuff, but I don't mind if something's easy. I'd rather have something be too easy than too hard. An easy game can still be fun. A game that's hard for all the wrong reasons can just like be complete shit to play. I heard some people didn't like Elden Ring. I think the biggest complaint with Elden Ring I saw was, like, the world is big, but they recycle a lot of bosses and stuff. Like, it takes too long to get around. That's kind of what I thought. Like, they haven't really made a game that big before. It seems like most people liked it, but it seems like it kind of fell prey to a lot of the things that happen with open world games. It's too much of a good thing. Not everything is like completely unique. You spend a lot of time like just running around. Like the things that you find aren't rewarding. I don't know, on Twitter people seem to be getting tired of open world games. I'm like, it's about time. It's about time. People are happy that Ubisoft is having trouble because they haven't made anything but those kinds of games for ages now.
Not off to a good start. Watch yourself. More on the way.
Hopefully their new Armored Core game is cool. I think it's cool that they're going back to Armored Core. Maybe they'll go back to Tenchu. I think people would be down for like a current gen Tenchu. There's been a lot of Tenchu clones. There's Origami. That's like the closest you can get to Tenchu.
We gotta do. Can't take much more. Let's put him in the ground.
In case you're wondering why I'm playing by myself, the person I was playing with before I got the Steam Deck, his computer started acting up. He said he's going to be out of commission. I talked to him like a week ago, so I'll try to climb as much as I can with no help. Apparently the game's a lot easier now. I got to figure out how to power up quickly. Yeah, I'm not going to be having any regular co-op on my streams for a while until he's back. I'm sure he's feeding a play, but bad luck. What games are you guys looking forward to? I'm kind of
Getting sloppy.
don't have a lot to look forward to right now, really.
See what's inside,
there's,
Jack.
there's this DLC which I barely touched because I've been busy with the Steam Deck. There's, I don't know, Wo Long I'm not Shin Kamen Rider. I'll try that game. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the gist of it. Final Fantasy 16 looks cool, but it's not going to be coming to PC. Yeah, that's coming to Steam in like I think a little over a month.
Nice hit.
It's cool if you haven't played it, I guess, but I bought that game when it came out. It's going to be coming with an update too.
Looks worth picking up.
No spare. Yeah, that's going to be a big thing for a lot of people, for sure. I've got that game working on the Steam Deck, by the way.
Like this.
I might do this for like a little bit, and then probably do some more Steam Deck testing, because I wanna start recording on that video. Probably in the afternoon. Wake up. Spending many hours doing that. I think I'm almost at the point where I can make the video. Then I'll pretty much just be playing the games again. Getting some decent gameplay with the frame rate counter up. That's it. It's not gonna be like not gonna be like high-end gameplay. A lot of the games I tested actually don't have cloud saves, so I lost my saves on some of them. Which is fine. Most of them are games that are on the shorter side. So we'll see if I can... might get some of those files up to the point where I can just record a video. Probably play this for a bit and then do that.
That helps.
Does that Grand Blue game have a release date? I watched that thing and there's still like 2023. I'm like, how do you not know when it's coming out? I mean, at least they finally showed gameplay. I'll give them that. But yeah, that game does look pretty legit. But when I say I'm excited for something, I mean like something with an actual release date. Can't really plan around, oh, this game comes out in 2023. I'm like, alright, well, there's 11 more months in this months in this year, like, that doesn't help me. Yeah, the Relink game looks cool. I'm happy for the Grand Blue Versus community, because that game basically never had a chance. Came out, like, right at the height of the pandemic. Shit netcode. If anybody deserves rollback netcode, it's those guys.
Save some of that for later.
Yeah, I don't get too amped up for stuff that doesn't have release dates anymore. Game companies like to announce stuff when they're not ready. A lot of times they don't even have gameplay or a release date. It's like, yeah, that would have been cool knowing about that, you know, a year later. A year later when you can actually commit to a release date and have, you know, some decent gameplay. Oops. Yeah, but they haven't had a release date for years. They did show like a decent amount of it, at least. Like, it's probably coming in the next few months, but they, like, don't want to commit. Which is fine. That's better than it's been with that game. That game's been vaporware for ages. Seems like the wait will be worth it. That game looks pretty solid, even if you're not a Granblue fan. Which I'm not, of course.
Getting sloppy. Wonder what's in there.
Yeah, Sifu's supposed to come with like a bloody palace kind of thing. That's my understanding. But from what they're saying, it's not going to be just straight just arenas. I guess there's going to be like modifiers and stuff. They haven't said too much about it. The last update was pretty lackluster, so hopefully this one is better. Oh yeah. That game is huge in Japan. I'm sure people are getting tired of that. That game is extremely popular. I really don't get the appeal of it myself. The thing about that Granblue Fantasy is like the artwork of the characters is really awesome. They have like great artists and like a really nice consistent art style. But then the actual gameplay is like little dolls animated like a Flash game. Like it completely clashes to me. It's not something that I would play either way because it's turn-based, but that's always bothered me about that game. I think that's why people are excited for the new Versus and Relink, because it's like how those characters, they actually look like the artwork. I don't know if you've ever seen Granblue Fantasy gameplay, but the gameplay looks way worse than the artwork. It's like embarrassing. It looks like a Flash game. A Flash game with like incredible music and like character designs and stuff, but the actual like sprites are really shitty. It's like, you know, people want to see their favorite characters not look like little Flash game dolls, which I can understand. That's kind of what this game is. They have a lot of throwbacks to earlier Final Fantasy games. You know, the graphics in this game aren't the best, but you still see, like, big fan favorites or, like, actual bosses, and they're given, like, a lot of respect and stuff. Like, that's cool.
Let's have some fun.
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing, brother? Finally run out of Street Fighter V footage. We still got like a Fallout shelter with like 10 terabytes of Street Fighter 6 gameplay. Bro, I was just talking about that. Grand Blue Fantasy, the game, has butt ugly, cheap-looking graphics. But people really like the characters. They like the character designs, but that game has meme-worthy graphics. It's like this like super high production Flash game. That's why people are cool. They like that they're kind of expanding upon it. Here's the characters, they don't look like they're in a Flash game anymore.
See something like this in me. Nice. Can't wait to see that in action. More on the way. Let's do what we gotta do. Whatever doesn't kill you.
Doing shorts. You finally ran out of footage. Just picture you with like a Fallout shelter with like external hard drives of Street Fighter 6 matches from that beta. Well, I think it's that and the pandemic too, dude. I think it's that and the pandemic. Combo of both. That really fucked things up a lot. Not the first time that's happened either. Marvel 3 was fucked up by the tsunami in Japan, the Tohoku earthquake. I think they were planning on actually making DLC for vanilla Marvel 3. The only reason Ultimate happened is because the tsunami like ruined their plans. Basically, original Marvel 3, vanilla one would have been relevant for longer. That's not something that happened though. Pretty much like X-Men vs. Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Street Fighter, only like 9 months apart. They were churning those games out mad fast. Oh wow, they give you a, what is this? Dude, they give you a Roman cancel? What the hell? Look at that! That's straight up a Guilty Gear Roman cancel. Dude, this game is awesome. Like, yeah, we're just gonna give you a Roman cancel. I didn't know that. That's fucking cool. Not aware that that was a thing. But I gotta get the new passive abilities out of here. No, I don't want a job change. Hunter, where is that? I need to get the command ability for that. Where is it? No, command abilities are universal. I'm not seeing the hunter in here. Oh, here it is. Let's max this one out. What's the command for this? Attacks hit multiple times, with higher agility resulting in more attacks. Oh shit. Dude, that's gonna be bomb with the, That's gonna be bomb with the Knuckles. I might have to take off, Mighty Strikes. I think we're gonna try that right now. What's the command for this? Let's try that out right now. I'm gonna take off the Mighty Strikes and put Barrage on. So I have like 300 agility. Kinda don't want to go any farther. I want to actually look and see how I can get stronger, because I know I can get the, I'm probably strong enough to get the higher blessings now. So let's see if anybody's on, if anybody's playing right now. If not, I'm gonna probably close this out. See if anybody's playing. Kinda sucks not having your your partner. His computer's all messed up right now, so he's not going to be around for a while. I sent him a message earlier today, and he didn't respond, so I'm guessing his computer's still in the shop. So going to be flying solo for a while. Let's see here. Let's see if there's some good stuff in here, maybe. Ooh, a damage dealt. Oh, that's worth it. One upgrade right there. I don't know if I have one on that slot, but let's see. We'll see. Now there's a new weapon in here, so it's going to be harder to find. It's going to be harder to find stuff that you want. It's everything they add to this game dilutes the drop pool. Just like any other action RPG, the more stuff that they put in. MP cost explosive fists. I gotta start looking for agility as well, like high agility. Couple 8s in here. MP cost barrage. I don't know if I want to build around that yet. I haven't even tried it. Alright, let's see if there's anybody playing. Here's somebody. Apparently the blessings go up to like crazy percentages now, so I guess that's going to be the quickest way to beef up. I don't want to move forward though, I don't want to be toxic. I move forward, the boss fight will start. This guy's clearly doing something. So I'm just going to sit here. This guy's jacked up. No pun intended. This guy's clearly been grinding for a while. I haven't been playing. I played a little bit offline. Play a little bit offline, but I've mostly been working on the Steam Deck. Because I think that video is going to do really well if when I make it. High chance. Because a lot of people don't even know some of those games exist, and the fact that they work on the deck is going to be a big thing for a lot of people, I think. Doesn't look like anything too sexy in here, to be honest with you. I don't think there's anything in here I can really use. Hopefully this guy keeps going. Get some job levels at least. No, command abilities are basically passives that you use. So whenever a new job comes out, you want to use it because you can use it on everybody, and sometimes the passive is better, the active ability is better on another job than the one it comes from. Like Lunatic, I think is from Berserker. But it's like one of the best things for the gauntlets.
Grim, Leon, focus!
I have no metal. Oops. Honestly, this guy should put you should put the mission level up. You should put the mission level up and the rest of the stuff down. You could get like way stronger. Am I out of item space? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, good, it picked it up. Thank goodness. I guess I gotta get rid of all the poop in here. Smithy, dismantle. So you can just do this. I'm gonna set it and forget it. There. I can't really chain cancel at the beginning. That's the weakness of my build. So he's more set up to do this than I am. Game is running a lot better than I turned the shadows off, and it really doesn't look much worse. It's not like this game is known for its graphical fidelity anyway. So if you're wondering why it looks different, I turned off the shadows. It's made the game like way more stable. It's made it much more stable. So We're gonna roll with that for now. I don't think this game is probably gonna get patched again outside of hotfixes, so that's the solution. It's running pretty good. It doesn't drop as much as it used to. Progress is progress. Looks like he's running Ninja and Swordsman. I think he's just running Ninja for the chain cancel, which is really good. What he's doing right now is every time he chain cancels, he gets his MP, his max MP grows. So outside of the Rift, it's really good to have. I think he's doing this the wrong way, though. He should increase the level. How you guys doing tonight? I've been in Steam Deck land. It's been both fascinating and disappointing because some stuff doesn't run like it should. But most of the games I have, it actually does run them quite well. So I think you guys will really like the video once it's made. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. I've still been working on getting everything set up. It's better than the Switch, that's for sure. It's much better than the Switch. They probably will not even really buy Switch games anymore unless they're exclusive. But I'm cool with it either way, because if those games ever get delisted, I'll still have the Switch versions. I don't know, it depends on your lifestyle, honestly. I mean, I work for my neighbor. I have like several hours a day I can play video games and stuff, and it helps. It's gonna help me make more content because I can work on stuff while I'm there. That was like the main reason I wanted it. It's the way it's been ever since I've had this caregiving job is I haven't really been able to work on the channel at all unless I can play the game on my phone. So if the game runs well on the deck, I can pretty much just play it over there while I'm helping her out, and then come back and have the same progress and everything. That's the plan anyway. I don't know how many of the newer games are going to run well on it, but it's an option. This game probably runs like shit on the deck. I'm tempted to try it, but the game is like 80 gigs, so kind of like not wanting to download like 90 gigs of content to have it still run like garbage, because this game is well documented shit port. But yeah, if you don't go out very often, you don't like commute to work or something, or work somewhere like me where you have time to play games and stuff, it's not worth it, really. I mean, I guess it is in the sense that you don't have to buy the games. I mean, if you already bought them, then they're on there. Which was a big benefit for me, of course. Like, I haven't spent any money on the Steam Deck besides the console and the memory card. Like, I just already have, like, a huge library of it because I've been PC gaming for so long. You don't have a large library, or you don't, like, do something in your life where you can use it much, I wouldn't recommend it. I think for a lot of people it's a pretty frivolous purchase. You know, there's people that go to work on the train or something, have good, like, 2-3 hours of their life just sitting down, you know? But they also, like, they're hardcore PC gamers at home. I think those are probably, like, people that would benefit from it the most. It's definitely not for everybody. They can run a surprising amount of games pretty well. You can get, like, even a lot of the AAA games, you can run them at like 30 or 40 FPS, which is pretty insane for how small it is. And if you play indie games, I mean, that thing will run pretty much any indie game as it is right now, so... you definitely have to temper your expectations a little bit if you're wanting to only play, like, AAA stuff, obviously, but... I'd say mid-tier AA games, like most Japanese stuff, indie games and stuff, they'll pretty much just work. AAA stuff, most of the big stuff works. I mean, you can play like Grand Theft Auto on it, I think. You can play Elden Ring on it. I mean, a lot of the big games do work on it. It's like either mildly better or about on par with like a base PS4 for a lot of the larger games. So like 30 FPS, like maybe 1080. Well, actually, it doesn't do 1080p. It does 800p, which helps. Biggest problem with the Steam Deck is the fucking shader caches. The shader caches are like the worst problem with it. Sometimes it wants to download like 10 gigs of shaders, which is nuts. DMC5 is like 10 gigs. Just the shaders alone is like 10 gigs. So if you buy the cheapest one like I did, you're going to be really limited on what you can play. But some of the games want to download like a fuck ton of shaders. It's just, the reason it's like that is because it pre-compiles the shaders. They can't do that on PC. Shader compilation has to be done. Shader compilation has to be done on the fly on PC because everybody has different stuff on their PC. But the Steam Deck is basically a console and a PC at the same time. So it's nice to not have stutters when you get into the game, but some of the games want an absolutely insane amount of data. I tried Pirate Warriors 4. I think I wanted to download like 20 gigs of shaders. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? The game is like 30 gigs. Why is the shader cache like the size of the game? It's pretty dumb. Most of the Musou games don't work, though. I should probably point that out. Most of them either have to tweak or they run like shit, or they have, like, weird stuff, like the screen shakes, or it runs really slow, even though the deck should be able to handle it. It gets pretty frustrating. The engine that Koei Tecmo uses, the Steam Deck, just doesn't like it. I got Orochi 4 running pretty well. Orochi 3 was all messed up. I couldn't figure out how to fix that game, so I don't think that one's going to be in the video. I'll probably give it like one more college try, maybe later today, but yeah, that game's all kind of messed up. I'd probably rather play the Switch version over the Steam Deck version right now. They did post something today that supposedly, I guess they're going to work on not having to download so much shaders. That'll be a good time to get it. Right now, it's kind of like you need a lot of storage just to store the shaders. Yeah, that thing downloads like terabytes of shader porn. It's pretty obnoxious. But apparently they're working on fixing that. It's the biggest complaint about it. You can move them to the SD card, but depending on the game, it might make the performance worse. So it's not always advised to do that. I definitely had a couple games that ran worse when I did that, but it's on a case-to-case basis. Like, yeah, like, Pirate Warriors 4 wanted to download, like, 20 gigs of shaders. I'm like, are you crazy? That game is, like, 30 gigs. Like, that makes no damn sense. Like, it's like when they put out AAA games and then they put out a patch, like, the day after, because AAA games are always barely work at launch now. And the patch is like the size of the game. I'm like, come on, man, really? I don't have a bandwidth cap, so I have fast internet, but it still pisses me off. A few like AAA games I buy, like, oh, we're gonna do a 30 gig patch the day after the game came out. Like, why didn't you just fucking make it like that in the first place? 50 gig hotfix. Thanks. Surprised the Dead Space game seems to be actually functional. Can't really expect AAA games to work anymore. Actually, I haven't seen anything really too bad about that game. Like, the remake itself seems like it's pretty good, but then the game actually fucking works too, so that's a bonus. AAA game working at launch is not something that happens very often. Usually it's like, especially if you're playing on PC. More so if you're playing on PC than console for sure. Like Callisto Protocol I think was fine on console, but the PC version like barely worked. Forspoken's another one that just came out like last week. You need like a computer that would like run circles around like literally any other video game you could throw at it to run that game at 1440p 60 FPS, which is insane. They want like a 4070 or something. They want like a fucking 4070 for that game for 1440p 60. That hardware should be able to run like 144 FPS on like any game pretty much. The system requirements for Forspoken, I'm like, are you guys serious? Like, the computer I have, I think they were saying, like, 1080p 60 FPS. And I have a pretty good computer. But, like, I looked up, I was curious, I looked up, like, my graphics card and processor, and it still drops frames a ton. Yeah, I wasn't interested in that game in the first place, but I'm not giving them $70 for that. This game works better than that. That's saying something. This game is also like... The problem with this game is the system requirements for it are not enough to run the game stable. The requirements are like way out of hand. You can have like the exact stuff that they post and you can barely run this game at 60 FPS, let alone 120. This game eats up VRAM like crazy because it's not made well. I feel like Forspoken's got a lot of things against it. The PC port, and then like people don't like the main character. What I've seen of that game, though, like, the character acts pretty realistically. Like, she's had, like, a really shitty life. And she reacts to things like more like a normal person would, but people don't like that for some reason. I haven't seen too much on it. It shouldn't seem too bad. Yeah, I can definitely see how some people would find it cringy, but they kind of established early on that the main character has a pretty shit life and is not going to be like your typical happy-go-lucky JRPG protagonist. Acts more like an actual person who's been through really rough shit would act. Like, not super happy all the time and maybe hard to approach. Nothing too sexy in here so far. Well, that's a shield, I can't use it.
Usher it to the other side. Leon, focus! Your defense is faltering.
Ooh, I see some Knuckles there. That's it's always welcome. Especially because this patch, the Blessings is like the biggest power creep. They actually didn't power creep that much. They didn't add like another tier of gear, which everybody was expecting them to do, but they did not do that. But yeah, the chaos effects on these are pretty bonkers, I must say. Especially now that you can clone items. Probably find some good stuff eventually. They buffed the shop in here. There's less trash in here. It's like way better stuff now. Actually, let's go ahead and max out Monk. Got the anime crystals. There we go. Job master. Strength. Agility. And let's see. What are we sitting at now? What's the numbers looking like? What's outside of the rift? That's not too bad. Take a look at these pieces I just got. That's right, I was gonna do some Steam Deck tonight, huh? I guess that's not happening tonight. It's already like 1 in the morning. We'll see how long this guy goes for, and when they hop off, he might switch to the deck for a little bit. I've had pretty shit luck today, though, with the Steam Deck. I found a couple games that just work fine. I tried Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, and the game was like super jittery. I couldn't figure out how to fix it, so I went ahead and deleted it. If the game has shit frame pacing, or there's like weird bugs, or the frame rate is not bad, I'm not going to include it in the video. I want to include stuff that's like legit better, because a lot of those games are on Switch. A lot of the games I'll be covering have Switch ports, but like the deck can run it like twice as good, pretty much. So right now I've got like maybe about 20 games that I'll be featuring in that video. Do a lot of extensive testing. There was a couple things like Warriors Orochi 4 I had to really fight with for a couple hours, but I got that running pretty well. It looks about a little bit better than the Switch version, but the frame rate is more stable. But the particle effects really fuck it up. Yeah, I looked at that list you sent me. I gotta look into that, but like, I'm probably gonna start recording for the video soon. I don't really have a really high level Xenoverse 2 save anyway, because I played through that game on PS4. That game did not like my computer when it came out, so I bought the game on PS4 and I played through all the content at the time. Probably just like cheat through the story. The story's like the least interesting part of that game. It's more the MMO stuff that's what's cool. But yeah, I took a look at that. And thank you for sending that to me. I haven't decided if I'm going to start recording today or if I'm going to try to get a couple mods working. Like, not quite certain what I'm going to do. I'll probably start recording today and I get up in the morning. It's going to take a couple hours. Might be a long process. Damn, everybody got sweeped. Bodied. But yeah, mods are kind of a pain depending on what kind of engine they run in. Like, Unreal Engine stuff is just downloading the stuff off Nexus mods. So, like, if I wanted to play, like, Tales of Arise, you know, that has the animation canceling mod, all I'd have to do is just download, unzip, and put it in the folder. But, like, for other stuff, because it runs on Linux, and a lot of the mod stuff assumes that you're playing on Windows, some of it's, like, a real pain to get running. So I don't know how well mods will work on that. I know you could mod Monster Hunter Rise. You could do mods for that, but I guess that game crashes a lot if you try to mess with it too much. So I'm not including that game. I hear it runs pretty well though. Like, it's even without the mods, it's better than the Switch version, which is pretty impressive. The Switch version is the most popular one, of course, but like the worst version of the game is you get dynamic resolution, 30 FPS, and then you have to pay for online. So Steam Deck effectively replaces the Switch version. People who have the PC version. You get pretty relatively stable 60 FPS. I hear it drops a little bit, but it's still going to be like better than the Switch version at all times. And then you get mods too, but apparently the mods and the Steam Deck don't like play nice together. I guess I guess some of the mods will like confuse the deck and it'll like crash or something. Like, DMC5 is going to be a nightmare to mod. I don't know if I can even mod that game. I want to try it, but It's probably better to wait. I actually have that game uninstalled right now because it takes the shader cache is like freaking 10 gigs for one, and then you can't play with mods. And DMC5 without mods is like Skyrim without mods. It's playable, but the game is way worse. So that one's not going to be in the video. I'm sure a lot of people are expecting that. Neo 2 as well. The frame pacing in Neo 2 is all jacked up. It says it's 60 FPS, but it's like super choppy looking. I read a number of reports confirming that it wasn't just like something wrong with my eyes. But yeah, that game is verified, but it's not really a good way to play the game. I mean, I guess if it's like your only option, but even the base PS4 runs it better because the frame pacing is all messed up. So would not recommend.
Focus. Usher it to the other
I wouldn't
side.
really even call it a no other option thing because the base PS4 would be better for that game, which is kind of weird. Like the Steam Deck runs things better than some things better than the base PS4 can, ironically. The Steam Deck doesn't like the engine that they use, so that kind of sucks. I wanted to play that on the go, but it's not worth it. Either Koei Tecmo or Valve is gonna have to patch it. Apparently Doom Eternal was like that as well. Like, that game, like, didn't run that well, but I guess they, I don't know if it was Valve or id Software that patched it, but I tried that game because I got a free copy from, Humble Bundle. And that game is probably, like, one of the biggest things you could, like, flex a Steam Deck to somebody. Like, to have that game at, like, 60 FPS, and, like, most of the graphics are, like, probably on par with PS4 is pretty nuts. But some stuff just doesn't like the deck. Like, it should be able to run some games better, but it can't. So if you like want to buy a Steam Deck for like just like maybe a couple games that you play a lot, like I don't know, Monster Hunter or something, you should definitely look it up. Look up videos of people doing benchmarks. 'Cause even if it seems like the deck should run it, sometimes it just doesn't like certain things. Neo 2 is a perfect example. Like the base settings for that it sets are pretty stable, but the frame pacing is all messed up, so it looks really choppy. It didn't feel like it was eating my inputs. I could still do like weapon switch combos on it, but it's not an ideal way to play the game, unfortunately. Wouldn't want to do any hard content on the deck, I guess. Maybe if you were doing just like gear grinding or something, like on the train, I guess it would be okay, but I don't think it's in a state where you would actually like want to do like in-game content on it. That's kind of how the Switch is as well. Like, you don't always want to be doing in-game content.
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
Just keep hitting them.
Hit him where it hurts. Get up!
In my sight.
Leon, don't give in!
I'm gonna back out. I think I got what I needed to get. Actually, we'll stick around. I don't want to rage quit on the guy, but I think he might be a little bit weaker than I am. He's doing more damage, but I probably have like better overall gear. That must be why he's doing this. I think he should increase like the mission level and take some of the other stuff off. He's not getting the best blessings by doing this. Well, yeah, we'll do one more successful run, and I'm gonna see if I can find anybody else. I'll look and see if I can find a way that I can start to beef up pretty fast. And if not, we'll do a little bit of deck messing around. We'll mess around with the deck for a little bit, and then I'll probably call it a night. Sounds good. Low stress gaming tonight. Just chilling. Had enough stress trying to make this damn video. But luckily most of it is pretty much done. I found like the best action games that I already own that run well on the deck. Either just out of the box or just some tweaking. Success rate I'd say would be maybe like 70%. 70% of the stuff I've thrown at it runs pretty well. There's not really a lot of logic behind it, though. It's like some stuff that the deck should be able to be like way better than even the PS4 version. You can't run it. Like the thing can run like Lost Judgment at 60 FPS, but it can't run Neo 2. Which like makes no sense. Like Lost Judgment has way higher detailed graphics and like a big open world and stuff. And like Neo 2 is like small contained areas and it barely works. So that's why benchmarks for the deck are like super popular, because there's not really a lot of logic behind it. The thing should not be able to run Lost Judgment at 60 FPS, but it can. But then like Neo 2 barely works. Assault Spy barely works. See if there's anybody else doing this. Nah, just this one person. Any rift rooms up? Looks like a negative. Let me look here. Let me look in the Discord for this. How are people getting stronger? I'm probably strong enough to do it, but let's see here. See if there's a quick way to do it. Otherwise, I'm done with this for tonight. Because they added like some really good loot in the rifts. That kind of playing solo is going to be rough, so let me look at this guide they've got here. Okay. This doesn't look too reliable for the way I'm playing the game right now. Let's see what else we got here. Nah, that's not too helpful. I don't think I could do that with, like, changing my build, which is just gonna take longer. I gotta find something quick that I can do. What do we got here? I'm going through the Reddit on the Discord, because Reddit is fucking inundated with ads. I can't stand it. I deleted Reddit because the ads were making me anxious. Just like fandom. Fandom sucks. I hate how fandom is like the main wiki site now. It's like the worst wiki site, but they bought out like everything. The only reason they did it is to just have a monopoly and put a bunch of fucking ads on everything. It's like unusable without ad blocker. But then like their video ads get through the ad blocker. Just like Fextra Life, they do that as well. Fextra Life, the whole reason they want you to go to Fextra Life is because they force embed their stream, their Twitch stream, on all their wikis. So basically their viewer count is massively inflated. Like, they'll say they have like thousands of people watching, but then I went in their stream and they did not have a chat indicative of like thousands of people watching. Like maybe a couple hundred. A couple hundred at best. I'm surprised Twitch doesn't come after them for doing that. I don't know if that's even against the rules, but I guess they don't care. The Fextra Life is not really a good place to go for game stuff anyway. Problem with Fextra Life is they don't really go back to games with DLC. Neo 2 is a pretty good example. I don't think they really updated that game after the DLC, like after the first DLC came out. They kind of like moved on to other games. So the best resource ended up being like channels like mine, guides and stuff. Alright, here's something. Guide for gearing up. Alright, we'll try this. We'll try this a couple times, and if I get pissed, we're gonna switch to the deck for a little bit. That sounds good. Let me see if anybody's on first. Maybe I can make a room. Let's see here. Select a mission. Let's see here. What's the least obnoxious stuff to put on? 109. Might probably outdamage them, maybe. You have to get it to 11 apparently to get the best blessings. So think I just put on like one of these, maybe. Let's see if anyone joins. I'll wait a little bit. If not, I'll let me check the Discord and see if anybody's popping right now. It's ass o'clock, so unlikely. We'll just try it. Let's try it. We're gonna go in raw. I'm probably not powered enough to do this, but we'll try it. You pretty much only need to kill the big
Let's have some
cactus
fun.
thing at the end, the Malboro.
Warm welcome.
One shot.
Sorry.
Yikes. We'll try that again. Reset.
Warm welcome.
Yeah, I definitely need some help to do this. Maybe if I can put Sentinel on, I can maybe kill a few of them. It might be better to just try to kill these guys.
Up ahead.
Did I get anything yet? Might have to do this for a little bit. Yeah, he dropped shit. We need relics, pretty much. Relics is like the only thing that's gonna be worthwhile. We're gonna run past these guys. Let's try to find the Malboro. These guys can die.
We should be fine here.
lot, Ash. Thanks for your help.
Wonder what's in there.
Okay, I found the key. Alright, now I can just go straight to the end and hope I can burst down the Malboro. And then I gotta win the RNG lottery and see if I get something usable. Whoa, that stutter was crazy. Shit, I don't have any MP. My homie's got a lot of health. Yeah, that's gonna take forever. Rip. Wonder if I have to get the key again. Do I have to get the key again?
Warm welcome.
I gotta boost up the MP again, so it's gonna suck.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, if I could get like one person to help, I'd probably knock this out in like half an hour. This game is not exactly popular. Not on PC at least. No, you don't.
Up ahead.
Oh, come on. Coward. Might as well take Ash out of the party. He's probably boosting the stats even more. Let's get rid of him. He's a dead weight, as Dante would say. Not doing me any good being there. I heard that they reduced how much AI increases enemy stats, but they're barely capable of doing this as it is, so...
Not cool.
That sucks that I found the key, but I just couldn't kill the Malboro. I don't do enough damage.
Sorry.
Come on, there's not one person doing this. No one fucking plays this game. If I could use my Rift items, this would be like so much easier.
Not cool.
They take all that away from you. That's why I don't like doing the main missions, because my build is tailored around the Rift. There's gotta be somebody playing. Like, one person doing this. I just need to clear it like once. No one playing at all, really? Not one person? Just that one guy, that was it. Oh, here we go. It's gonna let me join. Alright, maybe this person's onto something. I probably would have had to punch that Marlboro for like 10 minutes without taking a single hit. Yeah, I'm not wanting to do high-stress gaming right now.
Carefully.
Nice one, chill.
This might be
No malding tonight. Alright, this has got potential. 3 human players.
Princes are shattered. Come on.
more trash to dispose of.
Might help. I might be able to help by doing a dimension clear.
Breathtaking. Nuisance. Be ready for anything.
Hey, there's a relic. Take that. Yoink!
Warning. When's the next battle?
I guess even the
The
purples are
world
gonna be
gets
worth it,
slightly
huh?
smaller.
We can set up base here.
Looks like these are... maybe one of them is a Japanese player.
Magnificent.
Let me see if that... maybe that one item I got was worth something. Oh, no. Yeah, that's a fat increase, though. I don't think we're gonna do the deck tonight, folks. I'm gonna ride this out as long as I can. It's probably not interesting to watch, but whatever. We're in it to win it. Yeah, because you don't actually have to fight a boss on this mission. I guess that's why they're doing it. It's just like a couple elite enemies and some basic class enemies. Taking a long time to ready up. I'll wait though. Can you get ready? I was hoping to just get a quick grind. I guess not though. Let's all bust out the deck for a little bit. Come on! What's taking so long? It's like Dad going out for a pack of smokes and never coming back. Just went to 7-Eleven to pick up a beer and some Cheetos, and he doesn't come back. That's what's going on here. There we go. Probably had a ton of items to manage. I get it. Gotta have some patience with people on this game because there's a lot of making love to the menus constantly. So probably was not actually AFK.
Couldn't hurt to take a look.
Shall we get this expedition underway?
All right. Hopefully I find some usable stuff here.
Come on.
More trash to dispose of. That was a simple matter.
The next fight might not be so easy. There's one.
Watch it carefully!
Have a look at this.
Let's take it.
They'll not hear us.
My apologies.
Oh, wow. A lot of relics there. A sword, which I can't use. None of that's good. You can't fuse,
We're back to where
you can't
we were.
fuse weapons into
Are we gonna
another
go
type.
back or what?
It has to be the same type, so even if those are fat upgrades, I can't use them.
Even I have my
Basically
limits.
needs to be armor of the right blessing or a pair of fists. So like the only things I'm using for me. If I can get even one of them from doing this, then I'll be immensely stronger. Some of these guys have been doing it for a while. It seems
We
not to
must
be
do
above their
better next
abilities.
time. Here we are.
Give me relic. Bad luck with these relics. Most of this stuff I can't even use. It's like DFO all over again. I'm looking for a usable epic, and the game just gives you trash. It's alright, as long as these guys stick around, I'm probably going to stay up all night. Maybe I got something usable out of that. I sure as hell hope so. I don't think any Knuckles dropped, but there might be a few usable items in there. Let's see what the tally is. What do we got in here? Wrong blessing. Okay, I can use that one. That's one upgrade. One upgrade is not bad. Can't complain about that. Fuse by Jack. I probably got a fat boost from that, huh? Let's see.
Let's head in.
Shall we get this expedition underway? A nuisance.
Be ready for anything.
That was a simple matter.
Next fight might not be so easy.
To the other side. We faced much worse.
Come on.
More trash to dispose of.
We have to try it on.
the next battle. Boring.
Ready to try again?
I think we're safe. So, what now?
I don't know why they chose this one. I remember hating this when the game came out. You have to find the cactuar, but it's like random where it is. I don't think it's very efficient grinding. I mean, I guess it does drop relics, but in the time it takes to find them, you could just do another level. Like, consistent clear times. Clear time on this is gonna fluctuate a ton. But they're helping me, so I won't complain too much, but yeah. This mission sucks. I don't know if maybe they are in like preset conditions, locations maybe they just don't know them. I remember I got stuck here for like half an hour and I never did this level again. Could have cleared the other one in this time, like... I don't know if this is really accomplishing much. Spending a lot of time looking for a couple monsters that have a chance to drop something. There's some pretty good stuff in here, but nothing usable so far. Oh, the Fenrir is usable. That's like one usable thing I could use.
Oh, embarrassing. This is grim. Leon, focus!
These are some shit pairs of knuckles. Trash City. Alright, where was that Fenrir piece? Let's fuse that right now, before I forget. Not sure if anyone's still watching, but I'm gonna ride this out as long as I can. Because the person I play this with, his computer is... something's wrong with it. It's in the shop right now, so... That's how I was able to get past nobody playing this game. But he's gonna be missing in action for a while, so if I can find a room like this, it's in my interest to play as long as I can. I am starting to get tired though, so I don't know how much longer I'll be going, but if they shut down the room, I'll shut down the stream. Oh yeah, maybe they're just gonna burst this boss down. This probably is faster overall. Assuming they can clear, because I don't have, I can't really chain cancel, so I'm gonna have to rely on them.
Stay on your toes! What a horrible affliction! Leon, don't give in! This is grim. Leon,
Yep,
focus.
pretty grim. I'm gonna get one shot, so not very useful. I don't have to summon less injury percentage, so crap damage. I want to help, but I'm kind of a liability. If you're fighting normal enemies, I could actually help. Might have met their match here. I think this would be more efficient if they did what they were doing before. Kind of dead weight against actual bosses at this mission level because I can't do break damage, I can't even do HP damage, neither are they really. They nerfed Dimension Bringer, so I'm not even good for that anymore. Dimension Bringer got neutered.
My apologies.
Ooh, there's a Knuckles in there. That's, it's got potential. That could be a potential huge boost. Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, that sure is. Hot damn. That is a sexy piece of gear right there. Alright. Wait, what is it again? Is it Odin? Yeah, it sure is. Alright, so let me check my stats. Let me make sure this is even working right. Yeah, I want it on this one. Oh, they're done. Alright, folks. I don't know if anyone's still watching, but that's as good of a stopping point as any. I'll make one more attempt to see if any other beefy people are on, and then I'm gonna call it a night. It's 2 in the morning. I want to actually get up and be presentable, and then actually start to work on this damn video, because I've already put a ton of time into it. Crazy amount of time. Yeah, there's nobody on right now. That's gonna do it for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching. I might do some more little final Steam Deck testing if I feel like it in the morning. It depends on when I actually get to bed, because it usually takes me like a good 2 hours to actually get to bed. Good night, folks. Hope you enjoyed the comfy No Mald stream. I'll see you guys later.